Picture this. It's the peak of the 2008 financial crisis. The world's most trusted banks are literally on the verge of collapse. And right in the middle of all that chaos, a silent revolution kicks off. An anonymous creator, someone we only know as Satoshi Nakamoto, releases a bit of code that was about to change, well, pretty much everything. And it all started with a secret message.
So this headline, it wasn't just some random text, it was permanently baked into the very first block of the Bitcoin network. Think about that. It wasn't just a timestamp to prove when it started, it was a mission statement. It was a declaration that the old way of doing things was fundamentally broken.
So what exactly was so broken that it needed a revolution? Well, to really get Bitcoin, you first have to understand the world, the financial system that it was designed to fix.
And this gets at a core truth that, honestly, most of us never really think about. The moment you deposit your money in a bank, it's not really your money anymore. It's basically an IOU from the bank to you. They control it, they can freeze your account, they can limit your access. You're essentially just trusting them to let you use what you think is yours.
And having that trust is a privilege that so many people don't even have. Just let this number sink in for a second. 1.4 billion adults on this planet have no access to a bank at all. For them, the traditional financial system is just a locked door. It keeps them out of the global economy, making it impossible to save securely, get a loan, or even just receive a payment.
And then you've got the problem that hits every single one of us: inflation. See, because governments can just print more money whenever they want, the value of the money you've worked hard for and saved, it just goes down. Your ability to buy things slowly melts away. There's a powerful way to think about it. It's a silent, invisible tax that drains your savings without you even noticing.
So you've got all these problems, and out of that, Bitcoin was born. But what is this thing really? It can feel like some kind of complex internet magic, right? But when you peel back the layers, it's actually three incredible, groundbreaking ideas all rolled into one.
Okay, first up, it's a new kind of money built on something called digital scarcity. Now, imagine if there were only 21 million indestructible diamonds in the entire world, and that's it, forever. That's Bitcoin. Its code guarantees, it's written in stone, that there will never be more than 21 million coins. I mean, you can copy a photo a million times, but you absolutely cannot copy a Bitcoin. That's a first in human history, and it's the bedrock of its value.
Second, it's a global payment network. And the engine behind it is the blockchain. This was Satoshi's real stroke of genius. The blockchain is like a giant public record book. But instead of one bank holding it, it's copied and shared across thousands of computers all over the world. This means it's totally transparent, no one is in charge, and once a transaction is in there, it's there for good. It can't be changed. And that's the key, right? Since no single company controls the book, we can all trust it without having to trust each other.
And third, it's a whole new type of property. When you own Bitcoin, what you really hold is a cryptographic private key. Just think of it like a super secret, unguessable password that only you will ever know. And this key gives you absolute total control over your money. Nobody can freeze it, nobody can seize it, nobody can tell you what to do with it. You literally become your own bank. But, and this is a huge but, with that power comes an immense amount of responsibility. You lose that key, and your money is just gone forever.
So you can see the fundamental difference here. The old system, the traditional system, is built on one thing: trusting people and institutions. You have to trust your bank, you have to trust your government.
Bitcoin just flips that entire idea on its head. It completely replaces trusting fallible people with trusting verifiable mathematics. It's all based on open source code, which means anyone, anywhere can check the rules for themselves. You don't have to trust a CEO or a politician. You just have to trust that the math works.
Okay, so a system this radical, it's got to raise some big questions, right? Like, how does this thing actually run without a CEO or a main office? How are new Bitcoins even made? And what's to stop someone from just hacking the whole thing?
Well, it all boils down to a process we call mining. When you send a Bitcoin transaction, it gets broadcast out to a network of powerful computers all over the world. We call them miners. These miners grab your transaction, bundle it with a bunch of others into a block, and then they all compete to solve a really, really hard math puzzle. The first one to crack it gets to add their block to the chain, locking in all those transactions forever. And as a reward for all that work, they get paid in brand new Bitcoin.
And this whole competitive puzzle-solving system is called proof of work. And it's a brilliant way to keep everything secure, not with walls or guards, but with pure economics. To cheat the system, to attack the network, you would have to spend billions and billions of dollars on computers and electricity. It's just way, way more profitable for miners to play by the rules and protect the network than it is to try and attack it. Now, the technology is fascinating stuff for sure, but what does it all actually mean for real people, in the real world? This is where the rubber really meets the road, and where we find both Bitcoin's incredible promise and its biggest challenges.
For so many people, Bitcoin is a powerful tool for empowerment. It's a lifeline for that unbanked farmer who can now join the global economy with just a simple smartphone. It's a shield for families in countries where hyperinflation is wiping out their life savings. It's a faster, much cheaper way for a worker abroad to send money home to their family without losing a huge slice of it to fees.
But of course, that's not the whole story. Let's be real. You've definitely heard the other side of the argument. The number one criticism is that it's just one giant speculative bubble, a Ponzi scheme, or, a tool for criminals.
And look, there is no denying the volatility. The price has been an absolutely wild roller coaster. Bitcoin has been declared dead hundreds of times after huge crashes. But here's the key takeaway. While the price has been all over the place, the underlying technology, the network itself, has never been hacked. It has run nonstop, 24/7 for over a decade, and it just keeps getting stronger.
And that incredible resilience is leading to a major, major shift. What we're seeing right now is Bitcoin moving from this niche internet curiosity to the absolute center stage of global finance. I mean, you have huge, publicly traded companies holding it on their balance sheets. Payment giants like PayPal have brought it to millions and millions of their users. An entire sovereign nation, El Salvador, made it legal tender. And looking ahead, a lot of people see it as the base layer of money for Web3, this whole new vision for the internet where we, the users, actually own our own data. The speed of adoption is just getting faster and faster.
So, after all that, what's the big takeaway here? Where do you fit into this whole story?
Well, it all comes down to a brand new way of thinking about trust.
Because this whole revolution, it isn't just about a new kind of money. It's a deep philosophical shift. It's the idea that trust doesn't have to come from institutions that can fail us. It's the idea that trust can be built right into code. Code that is open, verifiable, and transparent for everyone to see.
At the end of the day, what we're watching is a historic transformation happening in real time. You don't have to invest a single penny to be a part of it. The first and most important step is simply to understand it. The door to this new digital world is wide open. The only question is, will you step through and see what's on the other side?